everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and we are in the kitchen today because I am on a mission. I've got a couple of quick announcements, but we're gonna make a cookie cake today, or at least attempt a cookie cake today. I really wanted a cookie cake. It's something I want to, first of all, offer in my little home bakery. I want to do cake pops and have some sort of bigger cake option. And I thought cookie cake was great. I don't want to be a cake decorator, like actual cakes. I'm trying to like lean down so I'm not like hanging off the camera. But one thing is I tried one, I think it was last weekend, and it was just a hot mess. It called for dark brown sugar and espresso powder. It's a recipe I purchased. I'm not gonna say who the creator is or anything, but it was just not good. It had way too much brown sugar, so I just scrapped that whole idea, like using that recipe and building off of it. And I printed out like multiple recipes. I think there's 4 different cookie cake recipes here, and we're gonna just pick one, go with it, and see how it goes. One of them is Preppy Kitchen's recipe, which I love him. He's so much fun and hilarious, and he does great recipes. I've tried a few of his bakery things before. So his is one of these, and then I think one of them is Salt and Baker, who I follow on Instagram. I've tried a few of her recipes, and they've always been really good. And then the other 2, I have no idea. I just Googled cookie cake recipes, and these ones came up, and they're all about the same. They call for cornstarch. That's like one of the main things between a cookie cake and a regular cookie. They call for cornstarch, and it makes it a little bit, I don't know, different. I don't know the baking technicalities or anything, but we're gonna try cookie cake. I started my website, so it is SamiSweetsATX.com. So if you are in the South Austin area, definitely check it out. It's only for like local people who can pick up, and I'm like deep South Austin, like close to Dripping Springs area. So we're talking that type of area. So if you're like North Austin, it's gonna be a trek for you to come down here, but it's gonna be where I'm starting, and I got my custom order form ready, and I'm doing a Mother's Day pre-order. It's just a really small thing, so I will cut it off at some point, but I've got that, and I'm just sharing it here and then on my Facebook with like my friends and neighborhood buddies. So it's just what I'm working on. I was super happy. I made some roses, and yeah, super cute, like traditional round cake pops with a little rose on top, which is fun. And then I'm trying this, what I'm calling Cookie Cake Chronicles. So I'm documenting that on my new website as well. And so this is gonna be part 2. Part 1, Hot Mess Express disaster. Didn't love the recipe. I do like the frosting recipe or the icing recipe. It piped really good and it tasted good, but it was a little bit overpowering. It called for cream cheese emulsion. It's from Loran. It's a bakery thing, and it really added something to the icing, but it had too much of the cream cheese, too much of a good thing. So I will cut that down and try again with that recipe because I liked the icing. I thought the icing was bomb. It was just a little too strong. So we're gonna just pick one of these recipes. This is Cookie Cake Chronicles number 2. You like the alliteration? I do. I really like alliteration. So I did a little bit of a grocery haul. I needed butter, so I've got like piles of butter sitting on the counter ready to go home. I also needed some chocolate chunks. I got some chocolate chunks. I have regular chocolate chips and minis. I just didn't have chunks. And then I also got some Oreos. I've got 2 cookie orders right now. Well, one is like a personal thing. I'm going to a Cinco de Mayo party. That's why I got all the like Cinco de Mayo shapes. I made little tacos, which were so cute. I didn't have the sprinkle mix that I want. Let me grab that. I have a sprinkle mix specifically for this. So I didn't have this sprinkle mix for the tacos. And I got these from Wholesale Sugar Flowers, which is a great little business. Super cute. These are the colors I needed for my tacos, but I didn't have these at the time, so I just piped on the top of them with the right colors, and they turned out so cute. I was so happy about them. So I'm going to be making those for the Cinco de Mayo party. I have, gosh, I have so many updates for you guys before we make a cookie cake. I made cacti too, and I tried to like use the chocolate to make a kind of a blob to make a flower. And I was like, oh, I hate these. So I looked at all the flower sprinkles. I've got a few flower sprinkles I can use. And I also made some royal icing flowers. And that was so much fun. And the kids loved all the like the ugly ones. I let the kids have the ugly ones. And we all agreed, like the sugar flowers made out of royal icing, so good. Like I do royal icing Christmas cookies with the kids and for various things. Like sometimes Valentine's Day or Easter, we'll do the royal icing cookies. And we all like royal icing. So it's like, you just make it extra stiff and then you pipe it, and they turn out so good. So of course, trying to show things up on the screen for you guys. And I'm so excited to use some of those on the cacti. And then I have a donkey piñata, and you guys know I love donkeys, and it's just a donkey piñata. So I've tried a couple of different techniques on that. I'll show it here, but it's also already on the website. And so I used a WordPress to create my website, and that way it's like a gallery, basically. So there's a little menu up at the top, and there's all the categories and tags at the bottom of the page. I have hair on my mouth. Okay, all the categories are there, so you can search for whatever shapes that you want that are there. So I can custom color or dip whatever you want, but there's lots of examples if you're in the area. It's just gonna be my little cake pop business, and I'm so excited. So I got all the stuff to make the tacos. Now I have the sprinkles ready to go. And for the taco ones, I'm gonna make cookies and cream flavored cake. So I'm adding some cookie crumbs in with the vanilla cake to try to make cookies and cream cake pops, which is gonna be fun. I just wanna offer a few like basic yummy flavors. And I have one in my mind for the summer. So I got the extracts to make this. I wanna make strawberry lemonade flavor for the summer. So that's gonna be like something I'm experimenting with, and I can't wait to try that. But first we're gonna do cookies and cream with the legit Oreos, and I'm so excited about that. I also ordered a couple of groceries. We're gonna have salads tonight. But one of my things that I needed was furikake. So I got this to just try with stuff. Like we make poke bowls, and I've heard great things about furikake. You know, we like seaweed, we like sesame seeds. So we got this. Well, our first one is almost gone, and Livy loves this. Like she just pours this over rice. And she's actually doing STAR testing today. All of Texas, like 3rd grade and up, is STAR testing today. So it's her day, and they're doing math right now. And so I thought I would surprise her. She was getting sad that her furikake was low. I got her a whole new bottle, and of course, like we eat this over poke bowls and stuff, but she's gonna be so happy because she's like, Mom, I need more. She was like trying to use it very sparingly on our rice last night. So I've got to make rice again tonight. Just do that in the Instant Pot. I actually have a video on that on this channel. And I got this, so I'm gonna put a little bow on it and have it sitting on the counter for her. It's just like a cute little gift. And that's one reason I wanted to do Cookie Cake Chronicles tonight too, was because like there's some big things happening with Stella starting kindergarten in the fall. So we're like getting into kindergarten prep mode, and then STAR testing is gonna wear Livy out. And so I thought I would surprise him with a cookie cake, and hopefully, you know, with this help, we will have a better tasting cookie cake, and then surprising her with her furikake bottle. And that's it. Oh, I was putting things away. So I have my first custom order. It is from a friend, and they are having a birthday party this weekend. And she saw, I think it was the tacos. She saw one of them on my Facebook page, and she's like, whoa, did you make that? And I was like, yeah, I did. I was like so proud of my little cookie or my little taco. And she's like, hey, you know, could you make some for so-and-so's party? And I was like, well, I don't really have any like shapes that go along with that, but I can always color coordinate whatever you need. You know, I can make whatever color of the dip and drizzle, whatever. Well, I have one idea. Let me, like, give me a couple days. Let me try something out. And the theme is Ninja Turtles. So I came up with little pizza slices, and they turned out so good. Like, not to toot my own horn. And like, I know they're not the best things in the whole wide world, but they're cute enough. And I tried to make them like really cartoony with the yellow, which is the cheese, like dripping down the sides of the pizzas to make it all gooey looking. And she liked them, and she ordered a whole set for the party. So I have to make those coming up later in the week to get ready. I make them like a day ahead, and that gives me plenty of time to work through any troubleshooting if I have any troubleshooting issues. And they keep for at least a week. We've never had any last longer than a week because we eat them all or we give them away. But yeah, I'm so excited. My first custom order is from a friend, and it's TMNT, like super cute. Ninja Turtles. I grew up on cartoon Ninja Turtles, like Turtles in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. That song, totally rocked out to that song on a cassette tape when I was a little kid. So fun. So yeah, I'm super proud of the little pizzas. And then I made like ones that look kind of like turtles. So I'm not gonna show the TMNT ones until like my next vlog, and I'll try to insert pictures and stuff, or they'll go up on my website, because I'm not sharing them until after the party. Like I want whoever it is to have that. Since first of all, like a lot of our friends overlap because we're friends, I don't want people to see that and be like, oh yeah, those are for so-and-so's party. So I'm keeping it on the down low right now, but I'm so excited to share them. I've been like just bursting. I'm like, I made pizzas, they're so cute. So yeah, that's just gonna be the fun of the cake pop thing, is like coming up with different things and trying to be creative in the kitchen. And yeah, speaking of creative, let's go ahead and hop into the cookie cake and get it started. I've got 2 hours until kid pickup time, and then it's right into dance and everything. So let's go. Oh, also, I'm like pulling my hair up so I can wash my hands and be ready. Also, this shirt was from a Hanson concert. I ended up going, John went with me one day. It was a 2-day thing, and it was at Emo's, if you've ever heard of that in Austin. It's just a cute little like club bar scene place. So it was a very intimate setting, and it was just me and a bunch of my age, like middle-aged ladies rocking out to Hanson. My husband went one night, and then Livy went with me one night to her first concert. So it's super cute. It's beer plus music equals hops instead of, you know, bops. Hops. So love this t-shirt and had so much fun at their little concert. Like we were really close, which was so fun. So yeah, that's what the shirt is. Beer plus music, hops. I think it says their beer company. Does it actually say Hanson? Yeah, Hanson Brothers Beer Company. Super cute. So let's wash hands and start. All right, here's what we're working with. This is my stand. I actually put a few over here too. And John's been making cold brew right there. I was like pointing. Cold brew right there. I usually have the camera on the other side, so it's throwing me off. But anyway, all my ingredients are out. There's the giant thing of butter, and I wasn't sure. Some of them have different sizing on them, so I got out some different rounds to make some cookie cake. Let's make some cookie cake. I'm so excited. I've been fixating on this since last time, making the other one. I'm like, I have a craving for cookie cake. I want to get a recipe down pat that I know is like really good that I can offer. But yeah, the other one totally failed for me. I think we're good to go. This looks legit. And of course, lawn people, there's what it looks like. I put a few on top to make it look pretty. Now it's going in the oven. Cookie cake in the oven, cleaned up everything, loaded the dishwasher, and I've got about 10 minutes left on the timer, and it said like give or take 5 to 10 minutes. So I don't know what to expect, but the cookie looked good. It's just exactly what I wanted. I only had dark brown sugar, so I substituted a little bit, but it, I think, is gonna work. And the lighting is going in and out. I thought it was about to rain. It may have rained a few drops, but now the sun's starting to come out again. I got so hot cooking everything. I ran out of space on my phone, so I'm gonna import this footage, start editing while I'm waiting for the cookie cake to go. But yeah, sweatpants, not a good idea. Like running around the kitchen, not a great idea. So I put some shorts on for now. And now I'm gonna edit while I wait for the cookie cake. And then when it comes out, it's gotta completely cool before we do icing. And I'll probably save the icing until after I pick up the kids and we're done with activities for the day. So it'll be a lot later. All right, looks done. This was a couple of extra minutes in the oven. It looks good. It will continue to cook a little bit. There we go. We're gonna let it rest and cool, and I'm excited for this one. Put it down. Looks good. I gave myself a cuticle oil and hand lotion moment because washing my hands a bunch, they get dried out, and I tend to pick at them if they're all dry. But I love my nailies. These are my Hello Kitty inspired nails with the Hello Kitty bow and the polka dots, and cute. I really like this set. I've had them actually about a week, so the growth is not too bad right now. I definitely needed to work on those cuticles. It is carpool time, so I got a ribbon on our little furikake bottle, and then I pick Stella up and bring her a snack. Even though we're not very far from the house, she's starving by the time I pick her up, so I always have a snack for her. And I put a couple of those leftover royal icing flowers. These are like the reject ones, the bad looking ones. And I've got my game. I'm gonna play my Nintendo Switch, Hello Kitty, and I've got some tea. So we're ready to roll. Just watching, you know. Okay, we're back. I am working on dinner. We had pickups, we had dance, and it's costume week for the little dancers. Like Livy already has all her costumes because she's on the competitive team, but for recital, Stella needed her costume. So yesterday and today, I was getting her costume, and right when we pulled into the driveway, a CPS worker called me regarding a case at their school, and it's just like a family situation with one of the little kids, and it's just like, my heart is broken. I don't know how to cope with that. Just don't know how to cope with it. Like, my kid had a little bit of information about said incidents and just breaks my freaking heart, and I'm like trying not to cry, so we're gonna do one of the things I do best, which is cook. I will definitely have a good cry. Like, I've talked to the school counselor about various situations this year. There's some kids with some really challenging home situations at her school, and it's just like gut-wrenching, F's up my whole day, really concerned for these little kids, and just hug your babies tight. There's some crazy people, and like a lot of people don't deserve to be parents. I feel like you definitely need to like pass a test, like getting a driver's license, and it just effing kills me. So we're not gonna talk about it, but we're gonna do some cooking. So I'm making chicken to go over chicken salad, and the kids are having chicken with rice and veggies. I've got leftover steamed veggies in the fridge. They just are in a cauliflower and broccoli kick. So I just make it in the Instant Pot. You put it on high pressure on 0. So it just like comes to pressure and then done. And right now I'm doing boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So I'm just got some avocado oil. I'm gonna put some on there, and I'll show you. I'm just drizzling it on. The oven's already mostly heated up. I don't have a spray avocado oil because I keep forgetting to grab one at the grocery store. So I had to use a brush and brushing the avocado oil on because I don't have any spray, which I'm like, oh, totally fail. Johnny's outside. Livy's still at practice. Johnny's outside with Stella because I walked in the door talking to the CVS worker, and I'm like, grab her. I need to talk to her in private. So I don't have a case number or anything, but I have a contact person now. Like, if I find anything else out, I'm supposed to contact her. Okay, so I just oiled up the chicken. It's oiled up. Okay, so here, I don't know how to put this best so you guys can see. Okay, we've got chicken. That's all it is, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Got some oil on there, and then I'm going to put a little pepper, and the kids are getting used to pepper, but I go kind of light on this. Just a little bit of pepper everywhere. And then seasoned salt, like legit so good. Seasoned salt, we just sprinkle this on. And I also like to sometimes do a little seasoned salt and a little bit of teriyaki, but just a little of this. And I don't go very strong on this because, again, the kids like things a little bit plainer than I would prefer. I like all the salty bits. And then just a little bit of parsley over the top, and I'm gonna cook this until it's cooked through. Sometimes I put a thermometer probe in there, and then when it beeps, it's done. On the chicken setting. Sometimes I just kind of eyeball it and make sure it's done with the temperature probe at the end. I'm like paranoid about chicken. And there you go. There's the chicken. It's just gonna go in the oven when the oven's preheated. And rice, we're gonna have salads. So I'll just chop the chicken up, put it over salads for Johnny and me. And the kids are gonna have rice and steamed veggies. And it's just super easy. And it'll be ready in no time. Rice is in. It's 1.5 cups of jasmine rice, 2 cups of water. I rinsed the jasmine rice before adding the 2 cups of water, so it was already like wet and soaked. And then I put a tablespoon of butter in there just to give it a little flavor. We loved the cake. It was a really good one. Chicken is in the oven, and Stella is having some iPad time, and Mommy's gonna take a moment. I need a moment. I'm gonna hang out. I'm not gonna make the icing for the cookie cake at this point. I will need to hand wash the mixer bowl. I want to get a second bowl so that I can do more than one thing. I stuck it in the dishwasher and I was like, oh, I ran out of space. So now it's already to pressure. I was talking about the cookie cake and I need to wash the mixing bowl, but I don't know if I have it in me to make icing today. The kids wanted icing. I'm so tired now. I'm totally drained mentally, emotionally after having some difficult conversation. But the rice, I forgot to even say, totally brain dead at the end of the day, more so than usual. 4 minutes at high pressure, and then you leave the rice in for 10 to 15 minutes, and then you can let the rest of the pressure out with the little valve thing. But typically, you know, I make it ahead of time, and by the time I'm ready to use it, it'll be on this keep warm, and it'll be way past the 10 or 15 minutes, and the rice is totally fine. I just fluff it, and it tastes great. And then, yeah, cookie cake. I really want to put icing on it. I need to just suck it up, wash the bowl. I have a second paddle, so I don't have to hand wash the paddle, but I have to hand wash the bowl really good. You know what? F it, I'm gonna do it. Just to get it done. I know the kids will be happy.
Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I'll keep my gaze straight.
Yeah, you can try it.
With this,
Wait, oh, not hands. Here.
thanks.
Is it good?
On empty words, stop stalling in the doorway. Cancel the cruise control, switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna full steam through the setbacks? You can't win them all, but I'm proud I tried. I'm glad we had a dialogue. It's good to
And here's the afternoon chaos. I was on the phone, so I dropped bags as soon as we came in. All the drop zone stuff, so that's all gonna be put away and tidied up. And our chicken's on keep warm now, because Libby's got a few more minutes of class. We carpool, so it's not my time to pick up, which is good. And we're gonna play a little bit of fetch, and then it's gonna be dinner. Do you want the ball? chewing and snuggling, and we're still building a little track for our narwhal. And I gotta get dinner on the table. Johnny's cutting the front yard. Oh, and I got an eye booger. I have little eye boogers on my finger. I gotta wash hands anyway, so I'll just wash that off. He's still, this is what he does. He has to be touching me a lot of the time.
Okay.
Oh, sweet buddy. So what song they really like right now? I'm gonna have to give up the snuggle time so I can go finish cooking dinner. He's fading. We'll probably go back in our bed and lay down. Thank you for that. Good boy.
Password. What's the
Alright.
password?
Cooking time. All right, it is super late and the lighting in here is just absolute crap, but I wanted to wrap up today's vlog. It was a great day. It was also very draining today. Like getting a phone call and having to talk about something going on with a kiddo at school was really, really tough. It just like weighed on me the rest of the day. And yeah, it was just there in the back of my mind the rest of the day, even though the rest of our day was awesome. Stella got her costume for her hip hop dance for recital, and it's so cute. I paid a little recital fee, so we can do recital ads, you know, like ads wishing the kids luck. So I designed one for my mom to put in there, and then one for each girl from Johnny and me. And then I also made one for my little cake pop business. So we're having 4 ads. Usually we only have like 1 or 2, but I wanted to make it really special. The girls have both worked super duper hard this year, and it's gonna be super cute. So I'm really excited. Her costumes look great. Livy already has all her costumes. I may have already talked about this in this vlog already. Oh my gosh, I totally had to delete some videos. I like ran out of space mid-sentence, but Livy already has her dance costumes because she's been competing. We still have 2 competitions left, and then recital, and then we're done for the dance season. But she's already like, I'm gonna be a lifer. She's already telling me like she wants to dance forever, and I'm yawning, so I'm cutting things out. But of course things will change. She'll grow, she'll change her mind about things, but she's definitely been that kid that just loves dance. I was talking to one of my friends about dance. She was asking about how competition has been. Her daughter is just old enough to be starting that process, and so she was asking me all the questions, and I was like thinking back to the beginning where I'm like, you know, I was looking through pictures to do this ad, and there's a picture of her when she was about 4, and she had just been begging and begging to take dance classes. So we finally signed her up for one. and she just loved it. She thrived and has been thriving ever since. And yeah, just she's a dancer, and that's totally not me. I'm not coordinated at all. I run into like the sides of the doors and the corners and like get my clothes hooked on the handles on the cabinets. So uncoordinated and clumsy, but she's just so graceful and so coordinated, and she's just killing it. She just does so good, and I'm so impressed. And I was like, I can't believe that child came from me, because I'm like the complete opposite, and I would like pee my pants if I had to be on stage trying to dance or something. So I don't know, I'm just in awe of her every time. I'm just mesmerized when she's up on the stage. I was like, wow, you're incredible. Not to say she's like the best dancer in the world, but she's just so talented. She doesn't even realize it, and she's so hard on herself as far as like trying to get everything exactly just right, and she's very perfectionistic about it, which definitely helps her be a better dancer. She's really determined, but also she's so hard on herself. And I'm like, girl, you're so much better than you give yourself credit for, which I think is good. Like, you don't want them to be like, oh, I'm the best ever, so I don't have to practice or any of that stuff. So she works really hard, and she just does the dang thing, and I'm just so proud of her. And Stella is definitely following in her footsteps for sure. Stella is just all about dance and super excited, like wants to practice her dance every day, just like her sister. And it's just been fun to watch them grow with this. So like going back and looking at old pictures of them just totally has me in all the feels, because I was making those ads with some of their older pictures on it. My little babies are just growing up so fast, and looking at the progression has just been really fun. So that was an exciting thing, like paying for the ads and getting the ads officially in, and like going for the cake pop thing. I just went back and forth. Somebody had asked me, they're like, are you going to do an ad for your new business? And I was like, I don't think so. And they're like, oh, you need to. And Olivia had mentioned it to me too. She's like, Mom, like you need to tell people about this. And I was like, okay. So I made the little ad, and I'm really proud of it. I'll share it at some point with you guys, but not until like it's published with the brochure and whatever. So I'm super excited about everything. Cake popping, vlogging again for you guys. Hope you guys liked it. I'm so tired. I'm gonna go to bed very soon. Oh, one more cake pop thing. So when I was talking to my friend about company and stuff, she asked me about the cake pop stuff. She's like, are you doing custom orders yet? Because I would love for you to do something for their birthday. And I was like, oh, let me show you this cute Ninja Turtle one I was working on. And she's just like so in awe of all of it. And I just love the reception. Like, I know they're not the best things in the world, but they're pretty dang cute. And I think this light, oh my gosh, I think one of the bulbs might be going out, because I think it's flickering every once in a while. But I don't know if you guys can tell that. Oh yeah, you can totally see it up on the screen. Okay, the bulb is totally flickering. It's gonna go out. But it was just so flattering, like people just going ape crazy over the cake pops. They're so cute. That's how I feel about them. I'm like googly eyed, like, oh my gosh, they're so cute and teeny tiny, and I can't believe I made them. Like, that's how cute they are. I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's so cute and teeny tiny and cutesy, and it hits all of those. Like, you know, when you see like tiny cute animals or like tiny cute figurines of things, like that's part of the nail art too, is it's just so teeny tiny and cute. It hits all of those things for me, that it's cute. It also tastes really good. And so like taking pictures of them are just like, yes, queen. I'm like, I love these things. To have my friends like go crazy over it too has just been so fulfilling. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna have a couple of custom orders. The TMNT one, which I'll show you guys as soon as I can. I'm dying to show everybody, but I don't want to like ruin the fun for like the parent and everybody. And then she said she wanted to do one. I have another friend who's like, can you make birthday treats for them to hand out at school? And so I may end up doing something for her as well. It's just been really fun. Like, just haven't even announced it anywhere, except I'm gonna announce it with this video. I told you guys the website, and share it on a neighborhood group at some point. I just like on my Facebook page. So I'm feeling a little bit nervous about it because I haven't gotten any Mother's Day orders. I posted it, I want to say I posted it Sunday. Haven't got a single one yet, and it's midway through the week. So I'm like feeling a little nervous. I might remind people before the deadline for it, but I think it's one of those weird things. It's like, okay, it's a Mother's Day thing. Are you going to purchase it for yourself? I'm totally that mom. Like, John will surprise me with stuff too, but I totally buy my own gifts. We buy what we want, you know, we have the budget for it. So we just kind of treat ourselves here and there. So it's totally something I would totally purchase for myself, but I know there's a lot of people who don't do that, and their husbands are the ones like purchasing their gifts. like their kids are purchasing things or their husbands and helping their kids purchase things. So it might just not hit where I was thinking like, oh yeah, for Mother's Day, like you want to buy some roses, you're going to buy them yourself, you know, like the Miley Cyrus song, I could buy myself flowers, but that might not be the case. So I might have 0 pre-orders, but that's part of the, I don't know, almost genius level of this is like I had to design samples. So I used like half of the batch of cake pop dough I used to design the Ninja Turtle samples, and then half of the dough I used to design the rose and hearts for the Mother's Day thing. So I'm not like, I didn't waste a whole lot of stuff. We ended up eating all of those over the course of the last week. And if I don't get any pre-orders, I just don't make any more. So it's like, it costs me like half of a cake pop batch. So it's really not anything but like a little bit of time, a little bit of supplies, and it's stuff like my family over time ate the things. Like those were our desserts those days, and it worked out really well as far as like having samples. And I ended up freezing some of the Ninja Turtle samples just to like see how it goes, because I know you can freeze them. So I'm trying out freezing them just for us to like, if we have extras, I can save some of them. But yeah, I want to design some samples for like 4th of July coming up. Maybe Father's Day as well. It just depends on the timing of things, like timing of vacations, timing of all the dance camps and dance everything. Like there's still summer stuff to do. So I don't exactly know, but it's like a very low risk thing. Like if I don't get pre-orders for the Mother's Day stuff, I just don't get pre-orders. I don't work on them, you know, the days leading up to the pre-order date. So that's just part of the method. Like I'm not carrying a whole lot of like supplies or inventory to make this little side hustle business thing happen. And so I feel like that's a part of it that's really helpful. I can just make samples when I want to make samples, when I'm feeling inspired, and then I have the custom order form that people can fill out if they want something, and I'll have pre-orders here and there. And I always want to have like something when I really get going. Like I'm just beginning now, I'm just like figuring out things, but I want to have like a set rotating menu. Like this month we're gonna have the strawberry lemonade flavor and blah 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 flavor, whatever it is, and have a couple of options for just like, you know, you order by a certain day of the week, and then pickup day is always gonna be another certain day of the week. Or I can drop them off if like people live close enough, I can drop them off, things like that. But we're in Texas, it's hot. It can't be something where like I drop it on their porch and they come pick it up later, because it's gonna ruin, you know? You don't want it sitting out in the sun, and you don't want the chocolate melting off of things. So it's not gonna be something I could just like drop at people's doorsteps if they're not home sort of situation. So I do like the idea of like people coming to pick them up from me, or have a set pickup location, certain time frame sort of situation, but nothing to where it's like, oh, I'm gonna drop it off at your door and you can get it when you get home sort of thing. So it just won't work. They'll just melt, it won't be great. But I wanna have some sort of like rotating thing, like, okay, in the month of blah blah, we're gonna have these 3 flavors, they're all gonna be XYZ shaped, and you can order, they're like this much, or whatever packs deals I have, but it's gonna be set things, and then like special holiday stuff. So I'll just make it have some sort of thing, like the Mother's Day flyer. It'll be like, here's the June menu or whatever, and it's just gonna be fun. And like, of course, like make samples, and then each week I can make whatever people purchase by the certain date, and then I'll have them ready for pickup day. It just, I don't know, it works. It fits in my brain. I'm so excited about the planner aspect of it, and I'm excited that my friends are excited about things, and it's just, I don't know, it's working out way better than I thought, but also I'm nervous that I'm not gonna have any orders for Mother's Day. I'm like on both hands of the situation now. I'm like super excited, so much potential, and then I'm also terrified that I might get no orders. And then it's like, it's not that big a deal, but also in my mind, I'm making it a big deal. Like, oh my gosh, what if like my business is over before it even gets started? But I'm like, okay, 1 failed pre-order, not that big a deal. Like, it's fine. So I still, at the end of the day, got more samples for my website for future custom orders and things like that. So it'll work out in the end, but I'm also a little nervous about not having any orders for Mother's Day. It's like, it is one of those weird holidays where I'm like, all my friends are mostly moms, but are they gonna buy their own Mother's Day gift? Maybe not. Anyway, I really wanted to just wrap up the vlog, and I started talking. I'm talking for like 10 minutes. So let's just go ahead and wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe and follow me along. I am having so much fun making these vlogs and things for you guys. They're different I tried out a couple of different things in this video, and I thought like first of all, the get ready with me, dog sleeping, no appearance whatsoever. My first like real day in the life, I go and peek in, he's on the bed, he's sleeping. That's basically the only time he makes an appearance in the video. And this one, he like showed his personality a little bit more. He's like chasing me when I'm trying to vacuum. He always comes out when I'm vacuuming. He's like follows me around. It's the weirdest peekaboo kind of game. And then he wanted to play fetch a long time. Like that's what we do. We play fetch, and I'm gonna get a cheese stick for my like late night snack, and he will have a piece of the cheese stick with me. I'll give him a little nibble off the end. Not like, okay, I said that really wrong. He's not gonna nibble on the cheese stick. I'm gonna break off a little piece for him to nibble on. He's not gonna like put his mouth on my part of the cheese stick, but he always gets his little piece of cheese when I have a cheese stick. And it's so funny, Johnny, oh my God, Johnny spoils the dog. Like I'm saying I'm spoiling him, but he always gives him like a little bit of table scraps and always gives him ice water because he loves ice, and like totally treats him and spoils him. And then if I'm like, okay, I have like a little bit of rice left, I'm gonna sprinkle it over his food. Johnny's like, you're ruining the dog, you're spoiling the dog. I was like, hey, you started this. And you gave him the little scraps of beef or whatever. Like we make sure it's dog safe, but he always gets his little scraps. And now I give him that like little square off the end of my cheese stick. And Johnny's like, you ruined this dog. I was like, you started it. Yeah, he gets his nightly cheese when I have a cheese stick. It's usually my late night snack. I have some little snack, and that's usually what it is. And yeah, I give him a little square. And Johnny's like, you ruined this dog. But he's so good. He doesn't beg. He doesn't whine. He barks sometimes, which gets really annoying. Like if he hears the tiniest noise, especially if the kids are upstairs or somebody starts running in the house, he will bark. Like he's a herding dog. So as soon as the kids start running, he's like, I'm gonna herd you guys into the right place. But otherwise, he's so good. He's so sweet. And in the day in the lives, it's hard to put him in the video because he just like follows me around. It's hard to even put him in. He sleeps other times. I hope you guys liked his little montage. He made more of an appearance in this video. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna have my cheese stick, share the piece with the dog, go to bed. Hope you liked it. Have a great day, and I will catch you next time. Bye.